Bueno, caballero, un videito rápido para decir algunas cosas, ¿no? Bueno, Phil Spencer ha salido con Matt Booty y con Sarah Bond, que es muy linda que se ve Sarah Bond, como siempre. Y han dicho lo que yo había dicho, lo que todos esperábamos, que es que Xbox es Xbox. Xbox no va a sacar juegos para nadie. Ellos van a sacar juegos estilo así, Minecraft, estilo Fortnite, estilo Roblox, estilo, no sé, Sea of Thieves. Ellos dicen que 4 juegos. Ya yo dije los 4 juegos que son Pentiment, son Sea of Thieves, son quizás a Far Rush a Nintendo Switch. Y uno más, que habrá que ver, quizás sea uno nuevo. Lo más probable es que sea algo nuevo de Blizzard, un Call of Duty o algo así. Sinceramente, señores, no había nada que hablar aquí. Los Sonyers por todo el internet. No, porque, oye, Xbox va a dejar de ser exclusivo, Xbox va a ser multiplataforma. Va a poner todos los juegos en mi PlayStation. Yo no quiero Xbox. Xbox se murió. Xbox se murió. Eso es lo que estaban diciendo todos los Sonyers, ¿no? Pues resulta ser que nada más lejos de la verdad. Nada más falso que decir que Xbox iba a hacer juego para PlayStation 5, que Xbox iba a morir, que Game Pass no iba a ser Game Pass, que los juegos no iban a salir día 1 en Game Pass, que todas esas barrabasadas de estupideces que dijeron en la internet y el señor Jez Corden y el señor Tom Warren le deben una disculpa a la comunidad Xbox. Y yo siempre dije que Halo Infinite es Halo Infinite, que infinitamente Infinite de Xbox, no de Sony, ¿ok? Y Halo no puede salir en Nintendo. La única manera que yo dije siempre que Halo iba a salir en Nintendo era en el Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Que como un carácter de juego, si eso es lo que sale, o en Fortnite como un carácter jugable. Ya, eso es lo único que Halo va a salir fuera de Xbox. Señores, bájense de esa nube, ¿ok? Yo lo dije bien claro. Y todo el mundo, no, porque Nayi vas a llorar el jueves. Nayi, te vas a morir. Nayi, te voy a dar un infarto. Oye, Nayi, te vas a morir, compadre, que esto está malo. ¿Y qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Quién tenía la razón, señores? ¿Quién tenía absolutamente la razón sobre todo lo que estaba diciendo? Starfield va a salir en PlayStation. ¿Para qué yo quiero esa mierda? Yo no quiero jugar esa mierda. ¿Para qué yo quiero Starfield, chicos? Eso no sirve. Pero Starfield va a salir en PlayStation. Oye, mira, Starfield, te dije, Starfield va a salir en PlayStation. Caballero, ¿dónde está Starfield en PlayStation? Starfield está muy bien, está muy bien. Mira lo que hay en PlayStation, mira. Lo que hay en PlayStation es esto. Esto es lo que hay en PlayStation. Si tú quieres jugar algo que se cae a pedazos, juegue Killzone 2, que es un excelente juego, pero que se cae a pedazos. Nunca se puede jugar. ¿Ok? Vale, le voy a decir que mejor experiencia que eso es esto. Mercenario. Eso es una experiencia mejor que Killzone ese. Y es en Xbox. Señores, por favor, ¿cuándo en la vida esto iba a salir en PlayStation? A ver, ustedes están soñando, ¿no? De verdad, ¿no? Caballero, pónganse para esto, que yo no soy eterno. Oye, ¿cuántas veces yo se le he dicho que la dupla esta no va a salir en PlayStation? No va. Entonces ahora también dijeron que Indiana Jones. Because this is something like a circle. A circle. Porque el círculo es el símbolo del PlayStation, sí. El control de PlayStation tiene un círculo. Por eso Indiana Jones tiene que salir en el PlayStation. Porque Indiana Jones se llama Indiana Jones y el último círculo de PlayStation. Mira, el círculo infantil, las peloticas de tu cola es lo que va a ir el Indiana Jones, chico. Indiana Jones es exclusivo de Xbox. Se acabó el debate, señores. Se acabó. Cómprese un Xbox. Cómprese un Xbox. O cómprese un teléfono durísimo y cómprese Game Pass. O cómprese un televisor Samsung de los que salieron después del 2023 para allá. Para que usted pueda jugar los juegazos que vienen de Xbox. Y Game Pass tendrá muy pronto la maravilla hermosa del Diablo 4, que yo lo tengo también en el disco, pero ahora no está aquí, está en el otro cuarto, para que ustedes jueguen el Diablo 4, ¿ok? Como siempre, recuerden darle like, subscribe y el carajo divino, porque esto es lo máximo. Escuchen esto. Escuchen esto.
Say if either of those titles are Starfield or Indiana Jones.
They are not Starfield or Indiana Jones.
What was the criteria in how the team was thinking about selecting those 4 titles?
Sonyers, imbéciles.
And then I'll get to the 4 specific games that we're talking about right now. Because the fundamental decision driver for any decision that we make, anything we're going to talk about today, is the long-term health of Xbox. That we're running a growing platform that is reaching more players, that our games are having as much success as possible. And I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years, exclusive games that are exclusive to one piece of hardware, are going to be a smaller and smaller part of the game industry. And that's not some great insight, because if you look at the last 10 years and what the biggest games are today, it's a natural place. Whether it's one console and PC, multiple consoles, mobile console and PC, you see big games landing on multiple platforms. And we want to be a great platform for creators that are trying to realize that potential. But now back to the specifics of the question on these four specific titles. We looked at games that are over a year old, so they've been on Xbox and PC for a while. A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games that kind of first iterations of a franchise that have reached their full potential, let's say, on Xbox and PC. There's always growth. Franchises that we obviously want to continue to invest in. Part of having the ability to continue to invest is that the businesses behind those franchises continue. We think it's important that these service-based games that have communities behind them, that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. So 2 of them, kind of community-driven games that will end up on other platforms and give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We think that's great for the business and great for the communities, more players to play with. I'd say 2 of the other games are smaller games that were never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that, but games that our teams really wanted to go build, that we love supporting creative endeavors across our studios regardless of size. And as they've realized their full potential on Xbox and PC, we see an opportunity to utilize the other platforms as a place to just drive more business value out of those games, allowing us to invest in maybe future iterations of those, so sequels to those, or just other games like that in our portfolio. And when we don't damage Xbox and we can grow our business using what other platforms have and to help us with that, we're going to do that. And that's really the story behind these 4 games. And last thing I'll say, looking forward, I think there is an interesting story for us of introducing Xbox franchises to players on other platforms to get them more interested in Xbox. We think there's a good brand value for Xbox there. So 4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not. And we're going to learn.
So when you are thinking about the future and this concept of live service games, games that can benefit from bigger audiences, new audiences, how does that apply to future titles and how you're applying that criteria there?
Yeah, there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show, where we showed great games that are coming to Xbox and PC and cloud, which really makes them accessible to hundreds of millions of people. So it's this kind of, we're really focused on a couple platforms and what's going to show up there. But our key of play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, when everybody plays, we all win. These have been part of our strategy for years and will continue to be. Our focus is on how do we continue to grow the games industry by reaching more players in more places, and how do we grow Xbox as part of that. Xbox is a hardware platform, Xbox is a publisher of great games, and Xbox as a platform for the world's best creators.
Mm-hmm. And then knowing that, how do we think about our first-party games and Game Pass?
Yeah, well, to build on what Phil just said, one thing I would add, was you were talking about growth, is just that we've sort of seen this inversion over the last 5 years where it used to be that the platform was the biggest thing.
That's right.
And the games would sort of tuck in within the platform today, big games like a Roblox or a Fortnite could actually be bigger than any one platform. And that really has changed the way that we think about things. So in the midst of all that, I think we at First Party can come back to sort of some core principles. First, that all of our games will be on the Xbox platform. Second, all of our games will go into Game Pass on day one. And third, we know that Game Pass will only be available on Xbox. So those are sort of starting points for us.